Hello, Care Nation. This is your friend Dave Gadhvi, and today is one more exciting episode of Entrepreneur Mastermind. As always, we come with some amazing questions coming from Evan Carmichael and Lily Ma from Canada, all the way from Canada. And we answer those questions for you. Those are questions related to how to build a business, how to start a business, how to grow in business. And today we've got some interesting question. So one of my favorite question is, I want to quit my job and become an entrepreneur. But before we jump to those questions, let's welcome our co-host, my partner in crime, Lily Ma. Lily Ma, आप कैसे हो?
बहुत अच्छा है.
All right,
There you
excellent.
go. I love it. I love it, Dev. I love Dev's energy. It's amazing. And I'm getting so excited because I think we have the best questions yet. I think this is like up there. We always have really good questions, but I think this is the best ones yet. And it's only gonna get better. Hmm?
Oh yeah. And for people you're tuning out for the first time, I think this is what episode number 6, I believe, and we're going to continue and we're going to go to 600 someday, and then 6,000, someday 60,000. Lillian, we will grow old and we'll have no teeth and we'll still be answering questions for people.
Yes. And we will still have a lot of energy.
For sure. For people who are thinking why we are so pumped, I am pumped because of this. I got this from Dan Locke, the Mr. Multi-Millionaire, the high ticket closer. That's my certificate of high ticket. So, anyways, enough of bragging today. Lily, what we have in the store today?
All right. First question. First question comes from Salimah. Salimah's asking your thoughts on paid masterminds, specifically
Uh,
paid.
Paid. Okay, paid. Well, nothing in the world of value comes for free except for your mother's love. All right. Apart from that, nothing comes for free. Okay. So I think this is a brilliant question. And I'll just connect this with my life and the situation that is happening, in my current scenario. So for people who already following me, you know it, that I'm doing a couple of workshops. The first workshop I'm doing on 17th of February, it's about how you can convert your passion into a business, right? How to have financial freedom, how to have multiple sources of income. So I have a lot of people who have been following me, who have been part of Care Nation, and all of them are good. But here's the problem. The change is the really painful aspect. People do not want to change. And the bad habit that I could not change in my life was investing in self-education and learning. The question which you've asked is really beautiful, because if you pay more and if you're able to get there in the zone, who are which is surrounded by like-minded people, because everybody's making payment and coming into that group, so for sure they already are committed. As compared to if you're going to a free mastermind, everybody's there with a broke mindset. I mean, there will be an exception here and there, but if you're attending, imagine if you're attending some party which is just free entry, what kind of crowd you're going to get there? As compared to if you're going to a VIP party and you have to pay thousands of dollars, man, you will have a different treatment, you will have a different crowd altogether. Same goes with the masterminds as well. I am part of some masterminds. I'm part of Dan Locke's Inner Circle mastermind for high ticket closer, and I pay big bucks. If somebody coming from India and paying, I should not reveal the price, but it's in thousands of dollars. It's thousands of dollars. If somebody from India, if he's paying that much money, the amount of money which I paid just for the mastermind for just 1 year, a lot of people in India, 70% of people, it's their 2 years or 3 years of salary. So you can imagine. But the value which I'm getting out of mastermind, it's amazing, because the people that I'm surrounded with, they're hungry like sharks. And I'm learning so much in last 1 year that I've not learned in entire 34 years of my life. I'm 35, by the way. So that's my answer. Paid mastermind, really amazing. Go for it. But make sure that you're connecting with the coach or the person who's heading the mastermind, who's really genuine, who wants to make difference to people's life and not just there to make profit or make money. Because if you follow that crowd, you will become one of those, and you don't want to go that way. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to go a long way, you need to add more value, you need to care genuinely for other people. So that's my 2 cents. What do you have to say, Lily?
I love masterminds. I think it's such a great idea, especially as entrepreneurs. I think we have a lot on our plate, and we are all about solving problems. We want to solve the world's biggest problems, and sometimes we don't know exactly how to do it. So we need help of people who are just like us. It's important. I think the main thing I want to highlight in this is make sure you're connecting with people who are like you. Make sure that they care, they genuinely care, and look at the credentials. Are they actually qualified to be leading a mastermind? I think masterminds have become such an important thing that there is a lot of business models based on that, and not everybody has good intentions. Sometimes it's a way to make a lot of money. So make sure you do your research, ask around, ask people that you really trust, which ones they go to, and then try it from there. As far as paid versus free, of course, if you are paying for something, you're more likely to take it seriously, and that's really the truth. I look at my own journey. When I started coaching, I did a lot of free coaching sessions, and they were not committed. The free clients were not committed. Sometimes they wouldn't even show up. On the paid side, they show up. Oh my goodness. They show up right on time, and they also do all their homework, because we have this association with money. If you pay a lot for something, you're going to care about it a lot more than if you don't pay for anything at all. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to throw away $50,000 a year to a mastermind, but see what you can afford. Maybe you're starting out and you're not, you don't have $50,000 to pay for a mastermind group yet. That's okay. But some kind of mastermind group that is paid and has a bit of an accountability is better than a free one. That's my opinion on it.
No, I completely agree with you, and that's the way it should be. Be it the mastermind, not just mastermind. I always suggest all the people to invest in self-education the most, because that is the only investment which is going to give you multiple return on investment guaranteed for your life. And the best part, there's no tax on it. In fact, you may get a tax rebate. So here's the incident I'll share with you, Lily. So today,
I like it. I like it. It's like, there's no tax on it. I'm like, that's awesome. I love it.
yeah, there's one person. I just asked him. He registered for my workshop. He's part of my Care Nation. I love that guy. And I asked him that, hey, help your friend along, invest in this workshop, because I know the value that they're going to get out of it probably will be 100 times, and they don't know how much I have invested my time, money, and effort, and the content I'm putting together. He said, Dave, I'm going to try, but you know it, right? It's very difficult to convince somebody to invest in their self development. I said, yes, absolutely, and that's why people still remain average. They live in mediocre life. Again, if you want to come out of the mediocre life, you need to realize that this is the precious asset that you have. Not this, not this. This is the precious asset. So you got to take care of this. You don't have to invest in jackets and suits. I mean, you should. It's fine. You should look good as well. Lily is laughing now. Yeah, but the most important aspect is here. Okay, if you're not investing here, you won't have anything here. Okay, so make sure that you invest in paid mastermind. So that's a beautiful question. And hello to everybody who's joining live. We will take your questions at the end of the 4 questions that we have for the day. Omkar, Javed, Cyberlad, Anil, thank you so much for your time and listening in. So
beautiful. Hello, guys. It's nice to see you guys. Okay, so on to the next question. I think it's Dev's favorite question. It's about, I want to quit my job. I know I actually need to live a better, more successful life, but I don't know exactly what to replace it with. What do I do? From Robert.
Robert, my man, that is the most important questions. I'm saying questions. So that is the most important question, because trust me, the place we come from the childhood till we graduate and you start working, we are taught one thing and only one thing. Hey, go to a good school, have a good grades, get better education so that you can get a better degree and get a job which will serve you by providing your mediocre life for your whole entire eternity, right? So that's how we have been, trained and tuned by the Orthodox society. And I am also part of that, and I can completely relate to it, because for 13 years, I did not realize that the only way to really get ahead of life and come out of the mediocre lifestyle is to find ways how people are making money. Okay, so here's what I did. Number one, okay, I first understood how the money game works, how people are making money. People are 90% of the people, okay, I'm talking about 90%. And again, it's my favorite, I don't know, Lily, every time I call 90, 10, 80, 20, you might be laughing. Lily is laughing on the other side.
I think there's a book coming that is named that. Maybe a really good one. A really good one, that's why.
All right. So yeah, 90% of the people, they have only one stream of income, which is their active source of income. They just trade their time with other people for money. So what they're doing is they're trading 5 days of their life for 2 days of freedom. I'm going to repeat this. This is really important. They're trading 5 days of their life, even some people 6 days. Some people even work on weekends. So 5 days or 6 days, they're trading off with just 1 or 2 days. And it is painful. Why they're doing that? Because they have no idea that there are several ways that you can make money. Here's what you need to do. First thing that you need to do is you need to realize what is your purpose, what you want to achieve, why you are here, why you are going to work, why you are making money, why you are watching this video. Why is the most important? And I think that is, again, reminds me of some great books like Start With Why. Okay, that is some amazing book that you can figure out, your why. Find your purpose. Number two, find your passion, what makes you happy. And that is the whole theme that I've dedicated my career to now, that I was the one who was living on one stream of income. I was the person who didn't know what to be done in life, no purpose, no passion, just living mediocre average, like living on one stream of income. Ever since I found my purpose, ever since I found my passion, ever since I reached out to the people and started giving more, getting more, everything started coming my way. People think that building a six-figure income is really complicated. Seven-figure income is really complicated. Guess what? It's not. It is just that we are stupid. We are dumb. We did not invest on our own self-education. And then we are suffering because of that. And have you had a day when you feel like, oh man, I don't have any savings. Oh man, I want to take an vacation. I want to take a leave or off, but my boss wants me to do this. Did you have those days? If your answer is yes, then here's what you need to do. First thing you need to figure out, find your purpose, find your passion, find the ways how people are making money, and then build your passive streams of income. Write a book, do a workshop. And again, I don't know what business you are in, but for sure there is something unique about you. Everybody has some unique abilities and skills. Figure out what is it that God has gifted you, and then become a master at it, and keep testing. Again, do not quit your job because you have food to eat. You cannot survive on, McDonald's every day. Like in India, we have our own local McDonald's called Vada Pav. Okay, that's a local version of McDonald's. You get it on the street for 10 rupees, which is what, probably 10 cents, not even 10 cents, 20 cents. So yeah, coming back to the point, understand how to make money, understand everything that is to be learned about how millionaires and billionaires are making money, build your multiple streams of income. And trust me, if you put your heart and soul, use your passion and skill to develop all that and serve more people, more impact you have, you will be more rich. Okay, so have the active source of income. Do not quit on your job. Build your passion, and then parallelly keep serving everybody. Slowly and steadily, you will build your life. Okay, if you want more detail, I'm gonna do one webinar which is scheduled for 10th of February, which is at about I think 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, so I want you to tune in. I'm going to share my secret, how I built my business six-figure income, working 9 to 5 and parallelly building my business. So I'm going to share more details with you. Just follow the stream. I'm going to leave the link of registration, and I will see you there. So Robert, good question. So Lily, over to you.
My God, look at all the passion coming out. To feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. So I want to talk about aspiring entrepreneurs, which is who Robert is you know there's much more to life, but you don't know how to get there. And because a lot of the things that you had mentioned, Dev, is that we're raised a certain way. So we're used to trading time for money. And in the beginning of your business, the easiest way to make money is trading your time for money. Service-based, I love service-based entrepreneurs because it requires very little money. It's just basically your time and effort in return for money. But eventually, you will have to scale, because if you remain that way, you have a job. So I look at myself, I'm a service-based entrepreneur right now. I provide coaching services and I get paid for it. I get paid really well. However, I could be tapped out after a certain amount of time because I simply can't put in more time. So for someone like me, I have to scale up. It's either I go into launching products and services, which I will be doing in the next couple of months, or I start hiring people under me to start training them. So that way I could have multiple streams of income like what Dev is talking about. I think for Robert's situation, don't quit your job yet. Dabble in different things, see how things go, because my biggest fear for aspiring entrepreneurs is they romanticize the idea of owning their own business. Then they quit their jobs and then it doesn't work out, because usually the first thing doesn't work. Then you have to go get another job and it's 100 times more painful because you have tasted how it's like to be free and to build your own path. So yeah, figure it out. Take your time with it. It's going to happen, Robert. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. We all have gone through it and you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Okay. So next question comes from Alfredo. Alfredo's saying, I have a great job and I like what I do. I have a beautiful wife and kids, but I feel that I want more to get to the next level financially. What should I do to get there?
Alfredo, good question. This is somewhat similar to Robert's question as well. So you have a great job, and I'm glad that you have a great job. You have a beautiful wife and kids. How to get to the next level? How to get to the next level? I think the part of the question has already been answered. There are two ways you can get rich. Number one is solve millions and millions of problems. Second is solve $1 million problem. Either way, more impact you have, richer you will get. Now, this may sound like philosophical, but it's really practical. Now, go back and look at all the multimillionaires and billionaires who have made their money. Either they have solved, they solved multiple problems or addressed so many needs at such a big scale, or they have solved some big, huge, massive problems. You talk about Elon Musk. He's solving a huge problem when it comes to solar, when it comes to the rockets and what do you call it, SpaceX, right? So when it comes to SpaceX, so can you imagine the amount which was invested to just build one rocket to send it to the space? It is probably 100 times cost effective. Maybe might be over ambitious, don't quote me on the number, but it is so many times lesser than what you used to quote traditionally. And if you go back and read Elon Musk's biography, you will realize that he has got the product built. He failed so many times. Of course, he tried and tested so many attempts. He was almost on the verge of being broke. He was first poor. He became super rich because of the tech, industry. Zip2, and then from PayPal, he made a lot of money. He invested that into the solar and SpaceX. He did a lot of things, and he was almost broke again. But now he has a huge impact. He's solving billions and billions dollar problem. That's why he's a billionaire. Now, as compared to that, the other entrepreneurs who are reaching more people, and these are very prominent ones, Facebooks, Googles, they're impacting so many lives. No wonder they're a multi-billion dollar business. Now, how does this all relate? Alfredo, before you think, that, oh, but those are the different people. We are different people. We are average people. No, they have 24 hours. We have 24 hours. They have the similar brains. We have similar brains. It's just that we are living our life, which is called scripted, which is scripted by school, society, education system that, hey, get a job, same thing which we discussed earlier. They are the people who are living unscripted life. They do not follow the regular norms which are in the society. They're creative, they're visionary. You can be a visionary at your own level. My goal personally is to impact, inspire, empower, and transform 10 million lives. Maybe it will take 5 years, maybe it will take 10 years, but I have that vision, and that probably will become ultimately 100 million, maybe a billion someday. But if I'm able to transform so many lives, do you think I'll be broke? I think you already know the answer. So just focus on what is it that you have? What is it that God has gifted you with your skills? Maybe you are a better artist. Maybe you're a better photographer. You do not always have to be a charitable person. You do not have to have a goal of, impacting socially. You can solve some business challenges also. And if you do that, you still grow. So first, again, go back to the video, listen to this again. The purpose, passion, the skills that you have, and leverage those passion by building the multiple streams of income. Build your own product, have delegation, like Lily mentioned, have people working for you, scale up, have the systems in place, automation, and then build your passive streams of income. That's how you will have more money coming in. And eventually, just keep in mind, more bigger the impact, more money you will make.
Yeah, I like that. I think there's a theme here. The theme is about shifting your mindset. I think that's what it is. We could give a lot of practical, tactical advice. We can, but I think it's important to really shift the mindset from, societal conditioning, the way we were always raised. I was raised the same way too. I was raised to go to school. I went to school. I got a corporate job, and I lived for evenings and weekends. That's all I did, and I wasn't happy at all, which is why I left it and I ended up starting my own business. And not to say that starting your own business is easy. It's very hard. There's going to be a lot of difficult things that you have to face. But the opportunities are endless. You build your own path. You build however much money you want to make. If you want to just make $50,000 a year to keep yourself happy, to have a full-time business, that's great too. You're creating your own impact. If you want to go out there like Elon Musk and make billions of dollars, you can too. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you could build your own path. And if Alfredo is asking this question, it's probably because he wants more out of life. So shifting your mindset, it kind of reminded me of, his name, the creator of Mind Valley. His name is Vishen Lakiani. Look him up. And he talks about the extraordinary mind. And he talks about the shift in mindset that we have a lot of rules. So it's really bullshit rules. And these are the rules that are put on us by not us. It's by the society, by our upbringing, our religion, whatever it is. So really breaking outside of that mindset would really help. I love his stuff. So look him up. He has a lot of things very similar to what Dev is talking about. And he's created an entire company based on that. And he has a school based on that. So he has a 48-year program. Talk about investing in yourself.
Well, that is something interesting. I never actually looked up that stuff. But now, since your recommendation, Lily, I'm going to check him out.
Oh, he's awesome. So he has a school because he doesn't believe in graduation. Because it's kind of weird. We go to school for 4 years and we just graduate. And what now? You stop learning, or there's something else to it? So he has this program that's 48 years, and it's from people from different walks of life. And you study for 1 year, you go out. You study for 1 year, you go out. So you're constantly learning, and then you're applying those aspects. It's very, very interesting. So look him up. Okay.
That's an interesting concept. It's on my to-do list now.
I know. Go to his school, Mind Valley School. Okay, so last question, Dev. Last question is from Tim. Tim is saying, I'm looking to start my own business and am wondering about trademarking my business name. When do you recommend, when do you recommend I do this?
So Tim, depends, right? Depends. If you have a lot of money and if you have a plan in place and if you want to go organized step by step, go for it. No harm. But if you're somebody who really do not want to spend money on trademark right now, but you want to first build your business, you want to build the awareness, build the audience, then once you have this traction coming in, once you have the income coming in from your business, then you register it. Look, why do people register the name and trademark it? Is because they have the threat that somebody will copy their name and they'll take away all the hard work that they've done, and it'll be gone, right? When we start in our business, nobody knows us. Why would somebody copy my name? Why would somebody copy Care Nation? We've not reached the scale. But yeah, to be on the safe side, if I have the money and if I want to register it to be on the safe side, no harm. I should do that. But again, there's no immediate threat. Uh, but yes, I remember, one of the case, which was with Robert Kiyosaki when he started his business. He did not patented his product. Again, trademark, patent, somewhat similar. He had a nylon wallet business. He and his partner, when he started business, I think it's long back, probably two couple of decades back when he was young. So he started his nylon business, and it grew, and they made a lot of money. But since they were new in the business, despite of them making a lot of money, they did not spend money on the attorneys and lawyers to patent that product, and they lost the business, right? So yeah, it is important, very critical to have trademark, but it's not highly essential, or it's not necessary just when you're starting your business. Nobody knows you, but once you start seeing traction, it's better to be on the safe side and book it.
Yeah, me too. I feel the same way. If you're concerned, because if you're concerned that someone's going to take your name, maybe you could register for that domain. It's not that expensive. In Canada, it's about, I don't know, like $12 for the year or something to register your name as a website. And my name is so common. I've been trying to get Lily Ma. Is very hard because there are millions of Lily Ma out there. So for someone like me, if I wanted a website under my name, it's going to be really hard. But if you have a unique name, it might not be of a threat. I think that's not the important part, though. I think this is my opinion completely from my experience. I think too many people focus on the marketing side and how to get your name out there and not actually doing the work and getting really good. I started off with nothing. Like, I had no exposure to anybody. I didn't build my Instagram account. I still don't, actually. I didn't build my Instagram account. I didn't build my YouTube. I don't have a website. I don't have business cards or anything like that because I didn't want to focus the energy outward. I wanted to really get great at what I did. And when I started seeing some traction, I started seeing people actually respond to my coaching. I have coached hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds of people, and without any kind of website. And it was my focus to just get really good at it. And eventually I will have a website. I will have marketing behind me. I'll have professional photo shoots and quotes and all of that. But do the work first. Make sure you're good. There is such thing as being overexposed too early. If you're exposing yourself in a certain way, and then people actually come and try your service, and you're not living up to the standards that you're putting out there, it's actually does you harm, in my honest opinion. And I see that happen so much in my space. I have a lot of people who are interested in becoming coaches. They have these beautiful Instagram accounts, all of that. And in privacy, they tell me that they don't even have one client. I was like, well, focus on getting good and then worry about the everything else. So I think I look at things in a backwards way. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it works for me. That's all I can say about that.
That's interesting. And I agree with that. Get good first, then focus on your goods.
I love your little things. It's so much. Get good first, and then you can focus on your goods. Dev, you need to make t-shirts with your quotes.
Yeah, I'm thinking to do that.
It'll be so fun.
Let me get good first.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Let's look at the questions. All right. So first of all, Kavyashri, thank you so much. Kavyashri says, Dave, you're amazing, and it's amazing to get daily motivation from you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's see what questions do we have. All right. So Omkar, he's asking, I am in class 12. I'm not able to study. That inner hardcore study is not coming. So he's not able to focus on studies. He's in class 10th or 12th. What would you suggest, Lily?
This is a challenging one. I think I was thinking about this for a while because one of my friends is a professor, and she's right now she's teaching a course that is a mandatory course. It's mandatory, and then she says she's having a really rough time because half of her students are falling asleep and they don't want to listen to her. And I was thinking about like, what if we flipped the script and made mandatory courses? We just changed the name. So she's teaching something very technical in the engineering world. It's like equivalent to like organic chemistry. It's like really boring. People have to take it to graduate. I was like, what if we shifted the name and called it elective? So elective is something you could take. In Canada, we have mandatory courses and elective courses. Elective courses is something you do for interest and fun, and mandatory is something you have to do. So I think shifting your mindset around like you have to do it and really just enjoying the learning process. I think maybe I think it's just shift of the mindset. I don't have any specific practical advice. And ask yourself, why are you having a hard time? Is it because you feel like you're being forced to study because of your parents? Is it because you hate your teacher? Is it because you hate the subject, or is it too hard? Find out what the root cause is and then shift your mindset around it to see if that would help you. And worst case scenario, I guess maybe school is not for you. Maybe you want to try something else, but stay in school. It sounds like you're still in high school. Stay in school for the time being, and you'll figure it out later.
Yeah, so I'm going to add to that, and I have a little contrary view to that, Lily. So my thing is, I mean, somewhat on the last part, which you just already touched upon. So I would say, here's the tactic. Here's the cheat sheet, Omkar. Are you ready? Just get the passing grades. Do not worry about being the topper. Okay?
Mm.
What you will study in the school, trust me, 80% of time, again, 80-20. What's with me? All right, so 80% of the time, whatever you're learning in the school, it may not even apply in your real world. It's all crap, okay? You think I give a shit about Pythagoras theory? I don't care, man. I'm not there to, become the mathematical genius or a scientist who will be playing with the formula, having a big hair, fountain hair. So do not worry, Omkar. Look, studies is not everything. The formal study is not everything. But here's what I'm going to say. If you're not a graduate or if you don't even have a degree, there are certain places you would not even qualify. Okay? Like for a lot of jobs, you would have degree. You do not have to be a genius, but just make sure you study enough to at least get the passing grade. What do you do in your rest of the time? You focus on how successful people became successful. Find out what is that is interesting to you. Let's say you're in sports, and again, you have to be gifted for certain things, right? I mean, I cannot be a good cricketer no matter how wonderfully I play. I cannot be a Sachin Tendulkar. There has to be some gift, right? I cannot be an NBA player. There are a lot of things. I cannot be a good singer. I cannot, maybe I can learn dancing and all. But there are certain things which only requires the practice and learning. So those things you just learn and focus. Here's again a cheat sheet. Cheat sheet? Cheat sheet. All right. So focus on who is the amazing top personality in your field. Okay, if you're in sales, focus on who are the gurus in sales and learn from those gurus. And today you're living, trust me, my brother, you're living in such an amazing age. We did not have this privilege. We did not have the social media. We had no idea who Evan Carmichael is. We had no idea who Dan Locke is. We had no idea who is Grant Cardone. But today we live in such a wonderful world that by you carry everybody just in your palm of your hand, right? So that is your real school. That is your real education. And trust me, what you will learn from them, that'll get you 100 times better success than what you will learn in the books. Again, I'm not demeaning what you're learning in books, but hey, books is not for everybody. I was not a good student. I was just getting pushed by till until seventh standard, seventh grade, and I was getting this promotion. I don't know what do you call it, Lily, in Canada, but we have a grade where the kid is failing probably in one subject, There's
Hmm.
little nudge that they'll give, and I'll fall in a different class, upper class. So
Okay.
I was like that, right? So do not worry, man. The life is much bigger than a result from an educational institute. Okay, so focus on your skills, focus on what you want to achieve, and follow those gurus and learn those practical skills. Here's what I'm going to tell you: invest a lot of time and money in those gurus and those programs which are coming directly from people who have lived it and who have done it, right? One thing I would like to add, just 2 days back, there was one person who asked me that, Dave, I want to do an MBA and I want to learn Trademarking. Why do you want to do it? Because I can get a better job. I said, okay, you don't need an MBA, master's degree, to get a job in sales and marketing. You think I'm an MBA? I'm not, man. I'm the least literate when it comes to the formal education. Here's what you need. What you need is first need to acquire the mindset of a millionaire. The books that you should be reading. Again, and he was like, Dave, my dad is going to borrow a loan and I'm going to go and study an MBA so that I can get a better job. I said, hey, first of all, you even if you graduate, you're not going to a top university. I know it, okay? Because you're an average grade. Those top universities probably is not for everybody, and we're not meant for that. Take that money, keep it in savings or invest it somewhere, or let it be with your father. Don't even take a loan, because if you do that, you will be paying off your loan for next few years and you will just be worried, just to get money, no savings at all. Rather, save that money, invest in books, amazing books from the millionaires and billionaires, invest in courses which are being taught by these millionaires and billionaires. Those are the courses which will give you 100 times result, and you would be 100 times better than an average Joe who is a super studious, who has got 90% A grade in their education and doing what? Doing the cold calling, right? You can do much better than that person. Again, I do not demean the education system. It's not for everybody. If you're a doctor, go for it, okay? But if you're just a commerce graduate and you have no ambition to become a studious, bookish type of person, you want to achieve, you want to become an entrepreneur, you don't have to worry about the education, but focus on the energy, focus on people who have done it and who have what you need, and just blow it up, man.
Nice. Dev is on fire. It's so
Yeah.
funny. It's I'm very academic. I think what it is, I want to make the difference between school and education. I think schooling is not for everybody, but we have to educate ourselves. The way I have educated myself is that I love school. I going actual university. I took statistics and neuroscience as a hobby. I was working and I was really interested in studying neuroscience. So I went back to university to study neuroscience, and I love statistics. So it all boils down to this: do what you love. And if you're doing something that you hate, then you have to find ways around it. And I agree. I agree. It's important. It's important to educate yourself, but maybe school is not for everybody.
Yep, I
Yeah.
agree. Good question though. And all right, who we have? I'm going to give my exam first. Kate, exam on third. Hey, good luck, Javed, for your exam.
Nice.
Cyberlab,
Good luck.
yeah. And Cyberlab says, congratulations on 5K, Dave. All right, yay, congratulations to us.
5,000. Look at that. Dev is killing it. Okay. Well, maybe next week will be 6,000.
I'm sure we are like 5,300 already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Anupal, is there anyone who can invest with me? I don't know, man, what you're talking about. Which investment? What do you want me to invest in? Okay, I think that's pretty much it. That wraps up the session for today.
All right.
All right, so guys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in for one more amazing episode with my partner in crime, Lily Ma. We will see you same time next week. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box below. Do give us a thumbs up if you like what you heard today. And trust me, we are coming with some real life experience. We are not someone who is pretending to be the gurus, but hey, we have seen a lot of things. We have studied a lot of people, the millionaires, billionaires. We are implementing those things which we are teaching. So hey, feel free to reach out to us if there's anything. And for the webinar on 10th February, do reach out to me, leave it in the comment box below. I'm going to show you my secret recipe on how I am making six-figure and more with zero investment. I am not talking about the stocks, bonds, assets, or MLM, multi-level marketing. It's all about you and your skill, your knowledge, how you can convert that in money, the moolah. All right. So I will see you soon. And if you're in Pune, I'm going to launch my amazing book, which is being reviewed by amazing people like Lily, Evan, Dan Locke, Tony Hughes, John Sniper. We have BSR. We'll get Vivek Bindra as well. So, hey, we'll have tons of people giving a lot of reviews. I'm so excited. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Care more, give more, love more.
Aw, love you guys. Bye-bye.